respected guests, and the galaxy of intellectuals attending this webinar. How different is this morning? You will yourself discover as the colors of fest. Well, I am Pangarkar Manisha, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Sharat Chandra, Arts, Commerce and Science College, Naigaon, Maharashtra. It's my first and foremost duty on the behalf of Sharat Chandra Arts, Commerce, Science College, Naigaon and Guru Varya, Shikshan Maharshi Guru Varya, R.G. Shinde Mahavidyalay, Paranda, District Usmanabad, and Sri Mathura Das Mohta College of Science, Nagpur, welcomes you. You come here to share your valuable knowledge and the vast experiences with the participants. Today, on 27th January 2023, is proud moment for us that the IQAC of Sharat Chandra Arts, Commerce, Science College, Naigaon and IQAC of Shikshan Maharshi Guru Varya R.G. Shinde Mahavidyalay, Paranda and Sri Mathura Das Mohota College of Science, Nagpur togetherly organized this virtual national seminar on the topic Research Methodology in the Science. I hope all the participants will get enriched with the field of research by the end of the day. In general, what is research? What do you think? Let me tell you. R stands for report new knowledge. E for each matter is studied carefully. S for subject is information. E for every topic is interesting to see. A for all you have to find. R for right time. C for collecting the data. And H for has done your assignments. In short, it is a process of systematically obtaining and confirming new and reliable knowledge. Now, I would like, we are very lucky that we are blessed with the patrons like Mr. Vasant Ravji Chauhan sir, ex-MLA and the President of Education Society Naigaon, Mr. Dr. Harish Rathi, Secretary Nagpur Shikshan Mandal, and Mr. Sanjay Nimbalkar sir, Secretary Shri Bhavani Shikshan Prasarak Mandal. Now, I would like to invite Dr. K. Hari Babu, Principal, Sharat Chandra Arts, Commerce, Science College, Naigaon, for keynote address. Dr. Hari Babu, sir.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Manisha ji. I'm here to welcome everyone, and I'm really very happy. Somebody's mic is. Amit ji, please instruct everybody that two mobiles should not come together. There is a whistle sound that is disturbing. The gadgets should not come. And ask all of them to put their mobiles on, silent, this thing, speaker should be on, right. I welcome you all on this research, is going to address the topic, share and explore research. Two important, and in total they will cover everything. For this, I welcome Dr. SD Jadhav sir, Principal sir, and also Principal Shikshan Maharshi Guruvarya R.J. Shinde Mahavidyalaya, Paranda College. Thank you very much, and you are welcome here, sir. And also I welcome Dr. Jeevan R. Kuntulwar sir, Principal S.M. Mehta Science College, Nagpur. We have been working together through our collaboration. I really appreciate that. I also welcome Mr. Ravindra Patil Chavan sir, who is our Honorable Secretary, Education Society Naigaon, which runs our college. And I appreciate the efforts of Mr. A.K. Pandey, Amit, our IQAC, Dynamic IQAC coordinator of our college. So today, research methodology, earlier also we had a seminar. We were enlightened by most of those speakers. But it is such a topic that time and again we should be coming to this because through these seminars, when we listen to the resource persons, we come to know the scope of research and also any new trends and the laws related to plagiarism, intellectual property rights. They will definitely focus on this. And there is a now every time what is the difference between peer reviewed and UGC care listed, and how this impact factor is counted, and then what is ISSN, ISBN, though they are basic questions, for some of us it may be new, but some of. So H index and then 110 index and also any worth mentioning journals that if you could mention, sir, through your during your address, it will definitely help the researchers who are beginning their research. That's so. The publication repositories like Google Scholar, Scopus, and then Emerald and Web Science, such things. If anything, so one has to enlist it in these sites so that it will have its own impact on our marking. It will also help our personally and also to the college, university. To improve one's API also it helps, I think. So what I feel when we do research, who exactly is going to be benefited? What is my area and who exactly is going to be benefited? Is it we are doing research only for improving our own API, or for marking and our own, just to enlist that I have published a paper in some international journal or some national journal with so and so impact factor? Or is it going to benefit the students and the society in general? Because, whatever these intellectuals, when they do research, that should have, I feel, some kind of social concern also. So that, you may please mind. And research should be influenced by ideological hegemony, because these ideologies have always been challenged and they are further researched, and everybody should have cognitive flexibility. That that particular freedom should also be there when we are doing this research. That's what I feel. And another important thing, I am not going to take much of your time, but in new educational, national education policy and new education policy, ancient Indian wisdom is focused on. So we may try to bring back through our research and in a simplified manner show it to the modern society. We may be further benefited. This could be done by only the researchers in science. For example, we talk about those pillars who never rust. And I don't think because my, as far as my memory goes, so far I don't know, we are still unable to produce such material. What alloy is made, is used, what kind of method is used, etc. There are so many things in our ancient, through our ancient wisdom, we can bring back to our modern society, so that people in general and also our students will be benefited. And finally, all the researchers must have this, they should be ethically conscious that they should not slip into plagiarism, and they should respect the intellectual properties, because whatever you are thinking and producing is also going to be have its own intellectual rights. So with this note, I once again welcome all of you, and I wish all the participants good luck by the end of this webinar. All of us will have no doubt regarding what to choose, how to choose, and then how to choose a suitable journal, etc., etc. All these things will be addressed. That's what I feel, and I thank you. And Amit, good luck, and go ahead, Manisha ji.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. In very
Please
short
go ahead.
and yes, sir. Thank you, sir. In very short and brief words, you describe the way of research work and the need of research work. How to it is important for the society to implement the research work for the good works for every researcher. Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Sunil Jadhav sir, Principal, Shikshan Maharshi Guruvarya, R.G. Shinde Mahavidyalay, Paranda, District Usmanabad, for the keynote address.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, sir. Welcome, sir.
Welcome. Uh, I welcome all of you on behalf of Guru Ragi Shinde College Paranda on this national seminar on research methodology. I know that you have set up your mind what to do on your research work. Our resource person, Dr. Humbe sir and Dr. Singh will share their best knowledge with you. One more thing, I thanks to Principal Dr. K. Haribhau. This is possible due to MOU with Sharat Chandra College, Naigaon, and I wish you remarkable success to your research work. This seminar will helpful for you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
Monica.
sir. Sir, thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for your words for the best wishes for this seminar. We are very lucky that we are being the with MOU with the other two most prominent colleges. Now, right, Dr. Wadekar SB, head of the Department of Arts, Commerce, Science College with the theme.
Thank you, madam. Good morning, everyone. You are welcome to one day national seminar on research methodology in science, jointly organized by Sharat Chandra Arts, Commerce and Science College, Naigaon Bazar, District Nanded, Maharashtra, and Shikshan Maharshi Guruvarya R.G. Shinde College, Paranda, District Usmanabad, and Sri Mathuradas Mohta College of Science, Nagpur. At the very outset, I, Dr. Wadekar Sanjeevani, Assistant Professor, Department of Dairy Science, appreciate your interest and presence by joining online seminar. A heartily welcome to our all guests and participants in our seminar. I am so happy to see you together here. I would like to throw on some light the theme of today's seminar, research methodology in science. Research takes place with the purpose of acquiring knowledge to contribute to further investigation or process, to inform action, to prove a theory, or to reach a result. To produce fruitful experience, the research must be of high quality, and types of research methodology support to get the best suited outcome. Research is a systematic method by which new facts are discovered or ancient facts are confirmed, and they study the sequences, interactions, causal interpretations, and natural laws that determine the points obtained. Research an attempt is made to solve a theoretical or practical problem. The techniques or the specific procedure which helps the students to identify, choose, process, and analyze information about a subject is called research methodology. Briefly, the systematic way to find out the solution to a problem is research methodology. Thank you. I thank you, Pangarkar ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. In very short and elegant words, you focus the objective of this seminar. We feel very honored to hear with us the Honorable Chief Guest and the inaugurator of this seminar, Dr. J.R. Dantulwar Sir, Principal, SM Mohota Science College, Nagpur. He is a good administrator of the college and also arranges the different student oriented activity for the development of the student and the colleges. I would like to invite Dr. Dantulwar sir for his valuable guidance and the focus on the field of the research. Dr.
Good morning.
Dantulwar sir.
Good who happens to be a teacher of English. He has covered all the aspects pertaining to the research, that how a research should happen and what should be the focus of research, how it should benefit the society. His introductory remarks are really a pathway for all the researchers to proceed with their research. But as you have invited me as a guest for this particular national seminar, in fact, the objectives are lucidly explained by Hari Babu sir only. Still, I would, as a matter of formality, I would like to simplify what is the role of research methodology in science. When I did my research, there was no forum to explain that how one should proceed with the research, how to start with the research, how to go for a literature survey, making observation, then hypothesis, then doing experiments, finding the results, writing the paper. That particular things were explained by our own research guide. But there was no scientific approach as such. Our guides were experts in their respective field, but there was no official domain, no official forum was available to streamline the process of research. But by organizing this particular workshop, we are reaching out to the students who are pursuing research in science, or for that matter in other subject, for the kind information of the members who have joined this particular conference, that India, through National Research Foundation, is going to make a financial provision of 50,000 crores to promote research across the length and breadth of the country. And the government has understood, for the betterment of any nation, the science and technology has to be strengthened. Right now, the GDP growth rate of our country is 7% per annum. India is the third largest economy. It is now fourth largest economy in the world. Now we are going to be third largest economy in the world by 2028. To reach this target of reaching this particular 5 trillion economy in coming days, we are going to be the first largest economy in the world. To meet the expectations of the government, to meet the expectation of a common man of the society, and to perform excellently in the committee of the world, when you compare the development of other countries with India, India is going to be among the top performing country in the world. That pathway of reaching to the target of developed India, a more than 5 trillion economy, more than 7% GDP, that goes through the science, that goes through the technology. So in order to reach to that particular target, this workshop is going to be important, for which the learned IQAC coordinator of your college, who happened to be a student of Banaras Hindu University, it is a really prestige for any institute to have a person of that stature. That Dr. Haribabu sir and his management is learned enough to appoint such a person who understands the value of research, who understands the value of science. Now, in order to fulfill the aspiration of a common man, such a strong economy, a nation with a zero import of petroleum, a nation who will acquire self-reliance in the field of defense, in the agriculture, in the polymer industry. For that matter, many things which now India's market are being occupied by Chinese product. Now, to give a befitting fight, to give a healthy fight with other countries, research is the only solution. आणि ते रिसर्च करत असताना त्याची एक मेथोडॉलॉजी आहे, ती प्रक्रिया आहे. आणि आपल्याला विज्ञानाच्या क्षेत्रात, तंत्रज्ञानाच्या क्षेत्रात रिसर्च करायचं असेल, कुठलं तरी उचलून काही रिसर्च केलं तर त्याची रिझल्ट येत नाही. करिता त्या रिसर्चला एक स्टँडर्डाइज प्रोसिजर असलं पाहिजे. असा एक प्रामुख्याने प्रश्न निर्माण होतो की वाय देर इज अ नीड फॉर मेथोडॉलॉजी in research as far as science or other subject is concerned. Now there is a need for methodology to standardize your approach for the research. तुम्ही जे उद्दिष्ट तुमच्या पुढे ठेवलेलं आहे, जो रिसर्चचा टॉपिक तुमच्या पुढे ठेवला आहे, त्याच्यापर्यंत पोहोचणारा एक व्यवस्थित असा मार्ग तुमच्या पुढे ठेवणं गरजेचं आहे. अदरवाईज 5-5, 10-10 वर्ष करूनही आपल्याला कन्क्लुजन्स मिळत नाही, कारण योग्य मार्गदर्शनाअभावी आपण योग्य रिसर्च करत नाही. त्याकरता अशा प्रकारचे जे वर्कशॉप्स आहेत ते आपल्याला त्या मार्गावर आणतात की लिटरेचर सर्वे कसं करावं, एक्सपेरिमेंट्स कसे करावी, एक रफ हायपोथेसिस कसं करावा, त्यानंतर एक्सपेरिमेंटल ऑब्झर्वेशन कसे रेकॉर्ड करावेत, मग एक्सपेरिमेंटल ऑब्झर्वेशन झाल्यानंतर मग आपण त्या रिसर्च फाइंडिंगला कशा प्रकारे रिसर्च आणि डिस्कशन मध्ये मांडूया. Then there is a role of a publication of a research paper. That era has gone wherein student used to they used to perform the experiments and teacher used to write the research paper. Now this scenario got reversed. In fact, now the students and teachers are equally involved in doing the research. After doing research, there are joint publications also. As far as my institute is concerned, we are publishing papers. It is a joint publication process. We are publishing paper with the students. Students are doing projects. They are writing, they are tabulating the research. They are writing the research and analysis. After which those papers are being published in the journal of national repute, international repute. This is to give a credit to the student and to create the interest among the students about the research. Should be the main focus of any institution. रिसर्च बद्दल रुची निर्माण करणं, विज्ञानाबद्दल त्या विद्यार्थ्यांमध्ये रुची निर्माण करणं, पब्लिकेशन मध्ये त्यांना इन्व्हॉल्व करून त्यांना तितकीच प्रतिष्ठा देणं, या पद्धतीच्या प्रोसिजरमुळे त्या महाविद्यालयाचा जो स्तर आहे तो उंचावला जाईल. कोणीतरी रिसर्च करतो आणि त्याचे पब्लिकेशन आपण जर छापत असू तर ते रिसर्च एथिक्स मध्ये मोळत नाही. म्हणून रिसर्च मेथोडॉलॉजीचा एक रिसर्च इथिक्स हा सुद्धा एक महत्वाचा भाग आहे. मला असं वाटतं की नांदेड सारख्या गावातनं अशा प्रकारच्या कार्यक्रमाचं जे काही आपण लिडरशिप घेतली त्याबद्दल आपल्या महाविद्यालयाचं आणि आपण ज्या महाविद्यालयासोबत एमओयू केलं त्यांचं आणि आपल्या दोन्ही मॅनेजमेंटचं मनापूर्वक मी आभार मानतो. आणि माझ्यासारख्या छोट्याशा व्यक्तीला या कार्यक्रमाचं चीफ गेस्टचं स्थान अमित पांडे सर आणि हरिबाबू सरांनी दिलं, याबद्दल मी आपणा सगळ्यांचे मनपूर्वक आभार मानतो. जरी हा विषय विज्ञानाचा असला, मातृभाषेच्या माध्यमातून आपल्या विषयाचा महत्व विद्यार्थ्यांना पटवून देण्याकरता मी मराठीत बोललो. याचा अर्थ असा नाही की मी इंग्रजीत बोलू शकत नाही. या अनुषंगाने आपण केलेल्या या कार्यशाळेचं आयोजन याला 100% असं यश प्राप्त होईल. आपलं महाविद्यालय अशाच प्रकारच्या अभिनव उपक्रम हाती घेऊन पुढे पुढे तुम्ही जावेत. आपण सगळे आता तुम्ही म्हणून म्हणण्यापेक्षा आपण सगळे सोबत काम करूया, ज्यामुळे 1+1 2 न करता 1+1 11 होईल. I am extremely grateful to the both the institution. I am extremely grateful to the Dr. Haribabu, a learned teacher of English, who has explained the concept in such a wonderful manner. Hopefully, I will meet him to listen to his lecture so closely, either in Nagpur or at Naigaon or wherever possible. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I extend all the best future for both the institutions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable guidance and focus in the field of research. You also focused on the objectives of the research, also the roles of the research methods, steps involved in it, and also the importance of scientific approach in the research. You also stressed on the research importance to improve our GDP and being a strong economic country worldwide. You also stressed on the researcher should keep consistency and his full passion to his in the research work very ethically for development of his college and also his society. Thank you so much, sir.
Very nice.
Coming towards the important part of this seminar for what we are all waiting, that is to invite our resource person to increase our knowledge in the field of research. So, for introducing our first resource person, I would like to invite Dr. Shinde S.A. Madam, Head of the Department of Physics, Sharat Chandra ACS College, Naigaon. Dr. Shinde Madam.
Thank you, Pangarkar Madam. Good morning to everybody. Myself, Dr. Shinde S.A., Head, Department of Physics, Sharat Chandra Arts, Commerce and Science College, Naigaon. It's my privilege and honor to introduce an eminent scholar of mathematics on international frame. In fact, I introduce today's resource person, Dr. Harendra Singh, who is working as an assistant professor in the Department of Mathematics, Postgraduate College, Ghazipur, Uttar Pradesh. He did his MSc in Mathematics from Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi, and PhD in Mathematics from IIT, Varanasi. Sir has qualified GATE, NET JRF, and NBHM in Mathematics. He also awarded by postdoctoral fellowship in Mathematics from National Institute of Science Education and Research, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. His area of interest is mathematical modeling, fractional differential equations, integral equations, calculus of variations, analytical and numerical methods. His 43 research papers have been published in various reputed journals with 18 H index and 24 I-10 index. He is a reviewer of various journals. Sir has published 3 books, in which 2 books by CRC Press Taylor and Francis, and one from Stranger. Currently also completed 2 edited books task from Elsewhere and Taylor and Francis. Sir has delivered many invited talks in national and international conferences and presented several research papers. These are great achievements that I can mention in this introduction of the renowned professor. We are really lucky to listen to such a great professor, so I kindly request Dr. Singh to deliver the topic on research methodology. Thank you very much. Over to Dr. Singh, sir.
Thank you very much, Sindhe ma'am, for such a nice introduction. Who is head of Department of Physics, and special thanks to Principal Sir Hari Babu, Principal Sir, Art, Commerce and Science College, Nanded, Maharashtra, and other joint organization principal, Jadhav sir, and Principal Jeevan sir. And special thanks to Amit Pandey sir for inviting me for this talk. Okay, so can I share my PPT?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank Let me share. Okay, now is it fine, sir? Is it on full screen?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, let me check. Is it moving?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Let me start. Okay, so topic of my presentation is how to write a good research paper and select a suitable journal for it. Actually, main concern in college level, if we are working on college level, if you are a student of science, if you are also a student of art, then you can also enjoy. I think maximum attendance people who are attending arts faculty member. So main concern of my lecture is that how to write a good research paper. There are some points. If you are writing a research paper, then you should be careful about some points. If you are not thinking about this, then research paper written by you will not publish in a good journal. So before writing research paper, you should keep some points in your mind. And second things, if you are writing good paper, then it is also requirement of the paper that journal should be selected carefully. If you are writing with high impact factor research paper, but you are submitting it in low level journal, then your paper will be not read by many audience. So when you are submitting research paper, you should be careful in the selection of the journal. In Indian universities, we are facing this type of problem, because in the selection of journal, there are some journal which are superfluous. If you are publishing your research paper in that journal, that paper will not be counted in your promotion or in your NAAC accreditation. So in case of publishing research paper, you should be careful. In India, there are guidelines for publishing the research paper. They have maintained some UGC care list. So before submitting the research paper, you should take care of these things. But for writing a standard research paper, there are some points which are very essential requirement for the research paper. I know many researchers who are working in different areas, but they are using low content. That's why they are getting paper are rapidly rejected from the journal, because there are some typical point. Because what are the main points? So I will divide my this lecture in two parts. First part will contain how to write a good research paper. Then I will discuss about the selection of the journal. So before starting the lecture, So first part is how to write an effective research paper. If you are from science background, so you know that in a paper there are some points, maximum not science, in case of art also there are some main points which a paper should contain. There will be some extra part, I will also discuss about that. The main content of the paper should contain title and affiliation. Each paper have these 8 points: title and affiliation, abstract and keyword, introduction, literature review, methodology and experimentation. This part, methodology and experimentation part can be removed in the part of art paper. So result and discussion, conclusion and references. So these are 8 points which are basic requirement for a science paper. If you are working in the any field of the science, physics, chemistry, mathematics and zoology, botany, then these 8 parts are essential requirement for a good research paper. So when you are writing title and affiliation or abstract and keywords, introduction, literature review, then what kind of point you should have in your mind? This is the main aim of this lecture. What kind of point you should have in your mind when you are writing these part of the papers. So there are some basic part. These are non-mandatory. I have already explained you these things are non-mandatory, but this is my point of view. If you will use these point in your research paper, then definitely your research paper will be attractive and definitely it will be published in good journal. So these points are you should always keep these points in your mind. So I will discuss one by one. So main part is title. The first thing, when you got some paper to read, then main point is title. First our mind concerned on the title of the paper. So when you are writing title of your paper, then you should be careful, because it is the first impact on the authors. It will create first impact on the audience by you. So your title of paper should be very attractive. So when you are writing title of the paper, then there are some points like limited to 8 to 15 words. Please try to limit of your title should be between 8 to 15 words. If it is less than 8 words, then it will be very small. If it is more than 15 words, then it will be lengthy. So please try to use a title which is between 8 to 15 words. So this will attract the audience. Relevance to the subject. Title should be always related to your subject. By reading your title, audience can guess about your 40 to 50% overview of your paper only by reading your title. So it should be totally related to your subject. What kind of matter you are going to introduce in your paper, this should be a mirror image in your title. So in a single page, please try to write title in a single page. Please do not like lengthy title will contain some more than single page. So please try to write in single page. Correct grammar and proper capitalization. When you are writing your title, then please should be careful about the grammar and proper capitalization. Proper capitalization means if you are writing your paper and you are writing first word in capital letter for each word, so you will write first word in capital letter for each word. Remaining is like to, in, and, or. These word always start with small letter. If the simple way is you can write your whole title in capital word, like all word in capital letter, all word in capital letter, not only first letter of word in capital letter, all letters of word in capital letter. So proper capitalization is also essential requirement. If you are writing first word in capital letter, second word in capital, first letter of first word in capital letter, second letter of first word in capital letter, and in other you are writing in small letter, then it will create bad impact on the editors, reviewers and audience. They not audience, because paper will be rejected at the initial level, because they will judge that you are not proper capitalizing, you are not have good knowledge about the proper capitalization. Avoid abbreviation. So please avoid abbreviation in case of title. Please do not use abbreviation. You can use a separate section for the abbreviation. Please avoid to abbreviation in title. And second things is the abstract. Second important part of the second things which come in the paper is that abstract. It should be limited 150 to 200 word. If you are writing abstract minimum to 150 words, then it will be very small. If you are writing the abstract more than 200 word, then it will be more lengthy. So please try to abstract limited between 150 to 200 words. It is non-mandatory. I again want to repeat this thing that these things is non-mandatory, but it will attract the audience. Importance and introduction. What content should be there in abstract? About the importance and introduction. One line about the importance of your research paper, about importance of your title. Second line will be about the introduction. So you have to write 2 lines from the important and introduction. Starting 2 line of the content of abstract should be from importance and introduction. And you can write 1 line about the methods. When you are writing your abstract, then what should be the contents? First and second line will be about the importance and introduction, and second line or you can say third line will be about the methods, main part of your methods. And in fourth line you can write 1 line about your results. What are the main findings? You should not explain your results in abstract. Exactly 1 line about your main findings. What are your main findings in your research paper? So you can write 1 line about that in your abstract. That is in fourth line. Implications of your result. In last you can explain 1 line about implication of your results. So these in 5 to 6 lines, which can limited to 150 to 200 words, you can use contents of your abstract. 1 line about importance and 1 line about introduction, methods, result, implication of your result. And some things which you should be careful when you are writing your abstract. You should not use abbreviation. You should not use abbreviation in your you should not use abbreviation and figures, tables, references. These are totally prohibited when you are writing your abstract. There are some paper I know where authors used references in abstract. I think you should not use references in abstract. There is a long paper, so you can write references somewhere else instead of using an abstract. So according to my point of view, you should avoid these things when you are writing your abstract. So your abstract will be attractive. Keywords. You should be right. Keywords is also very important part of your research paper. When we are writing keywords, then we are not we don't take care of these things. We write just something from the research paper. These are keywords. No, when you are writing your keywords, you should be careful. Keywords should be 4 to 8 words related to your topic. It will be between 4 to 8 words. This will increase impact and citation of your work. When your research paper will be published, then what is the advantage of keywords? If you have written keywords accurately, then in that case audience will search your paper on the basis of your keywords. If keywords are not used in well manner, then your paper will be reached to right people. In that case, what audience should read, what audience want to search your paper, they cannot search your paper. In that case, it will create problem. If keywords are written in well manner, then it will impact of your research paper. If you have some ideas on Google Scholar, I will discuss about Google Scholar, then you can see that there are some keywords. From keywords you can search that how much researchers are working in that area. But if your keywords is not related to your area, then it will be superfluous until your paper will be published. Introduction part. When you are writing introduction of your paper, then you have to write your whole summarization in 2 to 3 paragraphs. Sometimes people can write introduction part on some pages, and then they reduce. If you can write your introduction in 5 to 6 paragraphs, then you can reduce is 2 to 3 paragraphs. It should be between 2 to 3 paragraphs. In introduction part, you can write some in starting. You can write some literature review. what are the existing things about your problem, and then you can write one paragraph about your main findings, that what kind of problem, what kind of methods you are going to use, and in last paragraph you can write what results are you are getting. Not very much about these things, but some paragraphs from here, some paragraphs from here. So you can write 3 to 4 line from one place, 3 to 4 line from one place. So you can summarize whole things in your introduction part. Literature review, or sometimes in science paper you can see that there are some people which use literature review in introduction part, or sometimes you can also write literature review separately. Write literature review very carefully. When you are writing literature review, then you should be careful about the point that literature review should be using some good citation. What citation you are using in literature review, that citation should be published in good journal. Otherwise, when paper is communicated and it goes to editor or reviewer, then they saw your literature review, what citation you have used. If citation you have used are published in good journal, then it will create good impact of your paper on the editor, reviewers and audience. Otherwise, they know that if what kind of paper you are working, that paper is already published in low category journal, then how can you expect that your paper which work is based on that paper will be published in good journal? So when you are writing literature review, please try to use good citation. That is what problem you have taken, that should be in good, that should be published in reputed journal. Otherwise, your work is based on that paper, so you should be careful about these things. Please use good citation. Methodology and experimentation, we can divide in some parts. In methodology part, you can write about your methods, what kind of methods you are. Experimentation part for physics, chemistry students. In case of science, I think in case of mathematics, experimentation part is not there, but there are some people which have this type of part. So you can write about methodology, this is your main finding, so you can write it. And experimentation part, if you have some experimentation part, then you can also explain those things here properly. So please be careful about writing methodology part, because it is your main finding, it is based on this. So this part cannot have any similarity, because this is your main finding. If this part has similarity, then your paper, your whole paper will be counted in the part of similarity. Result and discussion part. So when you are writing result and discussion part, so compare your result from the literature. In result and discussion part, please compare your result from the literature, because on which method you are working, there are already some papers which has been solved by the some author. Actually, there is some disturbance from some audience. Please mute him. Okay, compare your result from the literature. What is this part is important? If you are editor, if I am editor, then at initial level, when I will get some paper, then what will be your decision? First, you want to know that the result given by the authors is correct or not. Then how will you judge it? You cannot verify using copy and pen. What you should do? You can just go the result and discussion part, and you can see that result is compared by some other methods or not. If result is compared and your result are accurate, from the comparison compare section, we can see that results are good or not, accuracy is correct or not. So from there, editor and reviewer can directly judge that your result is good for the literature or not, your result are correct or not. So always when you are going to write result and discussion part, then I request with you, then please result from the existing method or from the exact numerical methods, exact solution. In that case, editor and reviewer can directly verify that result predicted by you is correct and accurate. So it will increase possibility of acceptance of your research paper. discuss about the figure. In result and discussion part, you should provide the discussion about the figures. In figures means that you should give the geometrical meaning of figures, not theoretical meaning. That is, this result is decreasing, this result is increasing. This is not a discussion part. Discussion part should contain that what is the geometrical meaning of figure founded by you. You should explain those things carefully. That is, geometrically, it is showing that concentration is decreasing or concentration is increasing. Why concentration is decreasing in your figure? Why concentration is increasing? So geometrical interpretation of the figure should be there. Now conclusion. This is the last part of your research paper. Conclusion part. It is very important, and there are some confusion from the author. There's abstract and conclusion are same or different. So abstract and conclusion are different. So you can see that from the one figure which I have taken from the Elsevier site, that abstract and conclusion aim of both are allow people to decide whether to read the paper or not. Remind the reader to strength of the stated argument. You can see that the difference. You can from aim of both abstract and conclusion are different. In case of abstract, allow people to decide whether to read the paper or not. In case of conclusion, remind the reader the strength of stated arguments. So promote further research. In conclusion, you can, in last one line, you can add that what is the future direction? What is the future direction of your work? What kind of work can be done on your paper? And question answer, what in case of abstract, what in case of conclusion, what will be the next? So this is the difference between abstract and part. Citation of other scientific work, I have already explained you. Please avoid citation in abstract. In case of conclusion, you can cite. Types of language, both are very high. Summarization level, I have explained you. Abstract should be between 150 to 200 word, that is very high, and in case of this, it should be high. Length of both should be short. Conclusion and abstract both should be written in short form. So references, when we are writing references of your research paper, then I think no one is serious about the references. They just write the references one. This. No, when you are writing the references, this is also main part of your research paper. Please write the references according to journal format. When you are writing the references, there is a standard format of. Okay, I am getting some distance. There is a standard form for each journal. That is, references should be in this style. That is, there are some journals which except they used, if there are 3 authors. One example, there is 3 authors. Then they use comma between these 3 authors. But there are some journals they use and symbol between second and third author. And when you are writing volume, then there are some journal which use volume in italic form. There are some journal which use volume in bold form. So please try to write your references in journal format, because it will impact on the reviewer and editor, and it will attract them, and definitely editor and reviewer will send your paper for the review. Should be related to the topic. Most important things, the references which you are writing, that should be related to your topic, not something from here. No, the paper which you are going to use in your citation purpose, that should be related to your work. Because sometimes editors select for the reviewer, how select the reviewer? They select the reviewer from your cited paper. Which paper you have cited 3 to 4 times. They select the reviewer as authors of that paper which you have cited. So you should be careful. If it is not related to your area, then definitely reviewer will accept your paper and reject after some time. So it should be related to your area. You should be careful about writing the. There are some additional sections. These are some additional sections. Sometimes we use abbreviation, acknowledgement. In acknowledgement, if you are getting some fellowship, then you can write I want to acknowledge my thanks. Sometimes you take help from some other authors which you cannot use as a author. Then you can just acknowledge him that I want to thank them. And sometimes we use for the English writing purpose. So you can write that he helped me in English writing, so I want to acknowledge him. You can just reviewer and editor, you can also acknowledge reviewer and editor. Appendix part, sometimes it is requirement of the paper, sometimes it is non-mandatory. So these are some additional part you can get according to your paper. Now second part of the lecture is how to get suitable journal for the your written paper, well written paper. So in Indian universities, you are familiar in Indian universities and colleges, you are familiar with the fact UGC care list. So the journal submitted by care, what is UGC care list? What journal are getting place in case of UGC care list? So there are 4 categories. If you go on the UGC care list, then there are 4 categories. Which journal got place in UGC care list? So the journal submitted by care members and care universities will be analyzed by UGC as per protocol. The care list can be comprised of 4 groups. Group A, research journal in discipline under science, engineering, technology, agriculture and biomedical sciences. Indexes in Scopus or Web of Science. No analysis will be done by UGC for journal in this group. Please careful about this point. If journal is indexes in Scopus or Web of Science, what is Scopus and Web of Science? I will in my later slide. Scopus and Web of Science, then you should not check for that journal that it will be in UGC care list. It will be definitely in UGC care list. It is not required to check those journals that they are listed in UGC care list or not. You can see that this point. No analysis will be done by UGC for journal in this group. It is Scopus or Web of Science. What is Scopus and Web of Science? I will show you in my later slide. Group B, journal qualified after analyzing as per protocol from the existing UGC. All of you are familiar with the fact that there was first UGC list, then UGC care list. So in UGC care list, there are many journals which are removed, which are already present in UGC care list. So UGC list. So UGC care list in you should be check your journal in UGC care list, not UGC list. So third one is journal from the social science, humanities, language and Indian knowledge system recommended by care members which are qualified. There are members care 1 minute please. There are some care members which recommend that you can see that this journal is not in Web of Science and Scopus, but its reputation is very good. We can consider this journal for UGC care list. So members recommend some journal and the committee analyze those journal. If they find that these journal are suitable, then they recommend for the UGC care list. And group D, new journal submitted by care university. There are some reputed universities in India which published which have their own journal, like Banaras Hindu University, BHU Mathematical Society and some other there are some other journals. So in that case they also analyze those university journals submitted by those university. If they will fulfill all the protocol of the UGC, then that journal is also listed in UGC care list. So these are the 4th part of the UGC care list. I have discussed group A, Web of Science and Scopus journal. So what is Web of Science journal? This is the old indexing groups, most reliable indexing throughout the world. Okay, this is the link. You can note it. This is the link. If you click on this link, then you will get definitely whole knowledge about Web of Science journal list. You can check which journal is Web of Science journal from here. You can click by clicking on this link, or you can just type on the Google these things. Then you will get the list of journal which are in Web of Science. So if you go on this side, then you will get some options, that is download Web of Science core collection. There are some part of Web of Science that is in science SCIE, Science Citation Index Expanded, SCI Science Citation Expanded, ESCI Emerging Source Citation Index. So these are the well reputed journal. If you are a science from science background, then you know that science SCI, ESCI, SSCIE, and SSCI is social science journal. So additional web science indexes, one thing. Okay, create journal, there are many options. Let me show you this one. You can see that if you can if you write the link which I have shown you on the Google, yes, I have typed here, then you will get this type of figure. You can search it on Google. So there is this type of option. What if you want to knowledge about that, about any journal, that is, if you have submitted paper in, or you want to submit a paper in in journal, then you can check biodata of the journal, that is, that journal is listed indexes in Web of Science or not. So you can just type the name of the journal here, and you can use search journal. Click on this, then you will get knowledge about that journal, that is indexes on Web of Science or not. If it is indexes on Web of Science, then it will be definitely in UGC care list. I have already explained you, no analysis is required for this type of journal. So you can just search about your journal. If you already published some paper, then you can check that your journal is on Web of Science or not. There are some category: SCI, SCI, ESCI. ESCI means Emerging Science Citation Index. This is the lowest brand, but it is on Web of Science. You will get impact of your paper, but it is low category, and upon this there will be SCIE, Science Citation Index Expanded, and SCI means Science Citation Index. This is the largest brand of the science. If you are publishing your research paper in SCI journal, then this is the largest, this is the biggest indexing of the science. There are some IIT which have maintained their rule that if you have 2 paper in SCI journal, then your thesis will be submitted. For the research student, they have made it mandatory that journal should be on Web of Science list, and it should be SCI journal. Scopus journal list. What is Scopus journal list? I have already explained you. For this type of category also, there is no analysis of by the UGC. That journal will be definitely in UGC care list if it is on the Scopus journal list. So what is Scopus journal list? You can just write this link. You can note it and just type up the Google, then you will get, there will be many option in Scopus journal list. You can there are 4 quartile: Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Q1 means low category, Q2 means just high, and Q4 is the Q4 is the low category, Q1 is the highest category. That is, if your paper in Q1 category, there are many countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Turkey. If your paper is published in Q1 category, then they will provide you some money for this, like 2 lakhs for per paper. If your paper is Q1 category, then they will provide you 2 lakhs. So there are many in India which have this type of procedure. Your paper should be in Scopus, and especially it should be in Q1 category. 1 paper or 2 papers should be in Q1 or Q2 category. So these are the category decided by the Scopus indexing. These are in India, there are 2 journals in mathematics. If you are working in mathematics, International Journal of Applied and IJCM, International Journal of Applied and Computational Mathematics from the Springer, and Computational Dynamics. There are 2 journals in India which are listed in Q1, Q2 and Q3 category. IJCM is, I think, Q3 category, and Computational and Dynamics is, I think, Q4 category. So this is, and no other journal of science in India is indexed in Scopus Q1, Q2, Q4 category. So you can know about the standard of Scopus journal. These are very high standard journal. So you are publishing your research paper. If you are applying for any post in universities, they have one option. It is not for science, for art, science, for all discipline. They have that your paper is published in Scopus journal or not. There is one option when you are applying for the post of associate or professor or assistant professor. Your paper should be in Scopus list. So how will you check that your paper is published in Scopus list? You can just type link which I have suggested you. Then you will get this type figure. So you can just enter journal title or ISN number or publisher name, and you can search. If it is listed or it is indexed by Scopus, then your journal will be here. Otherwise, it shows that your journal is not listed here. So it is not Scopus. So just you can write the journal name or ISSN number of journal or publisher name, and you can search it. And you can also see that if you search, I have used mathematics journal, I have written there mathematics and all subject and categories. So you can see that you will get this type of list. This is the journal of statistical software, publication mathematics, annals of mathematics. This one is impact factor 9.44, 8.1090. This is impact factor, and this is category Q1 category, Q1 category, Q1 category, Q1. If your journal is Q2, then here it will be written Q2, 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 this type of things. And this is the H index, capital H index, it is for the journal. And this is the country, this is the sign flag of the country from where this journal is published. Statistical software published by this country and this country, and this is the total references by per year. Last 2 year you can see that citation from last 3 year, total citation for last 3 years. You can get everything about your journal from this site. If you want to know that, now people ask some many times, I got the phone calls of the authors, which journal is better, Web of Science journal or Scopus journal? Both journal are better. Please do not compare these two types. Maximum journal listed in Web of Science, they will be also in Scopus. Maximum journal which are listed in Scopus list, they will be definitely in Web of Science journal. There are some journal, not many more, which are in Web of Science, not in Scopus in, but 99% journal in Web of Science indexing are both places. So you should not care, you should not take tension of these things, that the journal is Scopus, will be Web of Science or not. You can see, you can also get this one. Yes, you can see that there is a option. If you click on this, so those this site will list those journal which is on both in Scopus, only Web of Science. You can see that. Yeah, means those Scopus journal which are also listed in Web of Science. So you can get definitely both journal. There are some institution where they have ruled that journal should be in Scopus and Web of Science both. Maximum journal are there, but for your confidence, you can just click on this word, only Web of Science journal. So Scopus site will provide you the name of journal which are also cited on the Web of Science journal list. You can also compare country wise, which country has, you can just type here country wise. So you can compare these papers produced by the China, United States, India, Canada, Italy. So you can compare country wise, which country is producing how many research paper per year, their impact, what is their citation, what is their H index. Now, how much time? Amit sir, how much time I have?
सर 12-15 जगह 20 तक कंप्लीट कर दीजिए.
12-15.
12-20 तक कंप्लीट कर दीजिए, 15 तक टाइम ही था.
Okay. I have 5 to 7 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
So there are H index and I10 index. What is capital H index? There are H index for journal and for the authors. I have shown you for the journal, for the authors. What is I10 index and H index? H index means if you have published total 10 papers, and your total, first you should create account on Google Scholar. If you will create your account on Google Scholar, then H index and I10 index you will automatically calculated for you. So what is H index? If you have 10 paper, your 5 paper are cited minimum 5 times. That is, your paper will be written in decreasing order of citation, and at the point where your number of citation and number research paper will coincide to each other, that will be your H index. That is how much your paper are cited, how many papers are cited minimum this type. So this will be your H index. And I10 index means how many your research paper are cited 10 times. If your paper had citation, one paper had cited 10 times, then your I10 index will be 1. Your 5 paper are cited 10 times, means each paper is cited 10 times. That is total 50 citation. So your I10 index will be 5. So this is very important. H index, you can judge how you can judge about any author If from different discipline, then you can compare both authors by comparing their H index and I10 index. When you are in IITs and IITs and central universities, then they want to see your H index and I10 index. You know that Professor CNR Rao sir. So you can see that his H index is 157. If your H index is more than 35, or you can say 35 or more than 50, then you are a good researcher in that area. And I10 index means his 1332 research paper are cited minimum 10 times, and this is H index, and this is total citation. So just create your account on Google Scholar, then that will be counted automatically. Journal for which we should not go to publish. Sometimes authors are from colleges. It is difficult to select Web of Science journal or Scopus journal. We want to try in UGC care list directly. In that case, you should be careful that which journal you should not publish your paper. Please type on Google predatory journal list. Please type on Google predatory journal list. So you will get list of journal where you should not publish your research paper. If you have already published, then please withdraw your research paper. If it is already published and become online, so you should not write those paper in your CV or your promotion purpose, because it will create bad impact on your future promotion. Predatory journal list, you can note it. You just type predatory journal list Google, then you will get a link where we should submit our research paper. If you are a science student, then you can submit Springer and Elsevier. You can use this link and this link. If you write Springer, what link I have shown you, so you will get this type of image. You can write title, you can write here some text abstract, and you can search which journal you should, which journal can publish your research paper in Springer. This is not required that your paper will be definitely published in that journal, but you can get suitable journal for your research paper. From Elsevier, you can write this one. You can type your title, your abstract, keyword, and find the field of research. Then you can find a journal related to your area, and you can submit your research paper. Increase possibility of publication of your paper. How to display your research paper? How to display your research toward our audience? By making profile on. I have already recommended you. If you are a good researcher, then please create please create an account on Google Scholar, ResearchGate, Publance, ORCID, and Vidwans. Using these site, you can produce your research toward our audience. There is impact factor. This is most important part of the research. If you are want to know about the impact factor, how we can calculate impact factor of the research paper, then there are a specific formula for this. So for impact factor, if you want to calculate impact factor of the current year, then this is based on the previous 2-year publication. How much citation, that is, if you want to calculate impact factor of 2023, or for example, if you want to calculate in 2017, then this is based on total citation in 2015 and 2016 and total publication in 2015 and 2016. This is the formula. You can divide, then you will get the impact factor for the journal. And this is the peer review process. There are some peer review process, Elsevier journal, and this is the, you can see from figure, author submit to journal, then it goes to review editor. Editor can reject directly, or he can send it for the review. If it will send to reviewer, there are 2 to 3 reviewers. Some can accept, some can reject. If all authors are given positive comment, then it will again send to author. This is the process. All of you familiar. I have not enough time, so I have 2 minutes. So there are single blind review. In this blind review, authors and reviewer both are unknown to each other. And double blind review, editor, in this case editor, authors is not known to editor also. Not authors, authors is not known to editors and reviewer both. Third review, triple open review. In this case, editor, author, and reviewer all are known to each other. Sometimes there are some journal which produce name of the reviewer on the paper. Article archive. If you have some research and getting late in publication, then you can upload your research on archive. Then it will be safe. This is the if you want to search your research problem, then you can use these sites: Science Direct, ResearchGate, Google Scholar, Science Hub, Russian Library. These are some things. And if you are science background, then you should publish your research paper in Elsevier, Springer, Taylor and Francis, World Scientific, IOP and AIMS. These are the best paper writing software. MS Word, LaTeX, all of you. Plagiarism, so this is also very important part of the research paper. Please try to reduce plagiarism of your research paper below 20%. There are some journals which have restricted it to 15%. Before submitting the research paper, please check plagiarism of your research paper, the 20%. Otherwise, initially paper will be rejected. These are some useful programming language: MATLAB, Mathematica, Maple. Okay, thank you. Any question and queries from the audience?
If anybody wants to ask anything about some topic, then they can ask. Otherwise, we will go for the second session.
I think there are questions.
Sir, hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
The difference between Web of Sciences and Scopus. Please explain.
Actually, that is indexing by the science. Indexing is for both science and art and humanities. You can get the journal list about the art, humanities, and for other discipline in Scopus. But in case of Web of Science, you are indexing only for the science. So I have already explained you maximum journal, 99% journal which are listed in Scopus for the science. In case of science, which are listed in Scopus, there will be definitely in of science journal. Both indexes do not compare. But if you want to know that your journal is on both place or not, then you can just search it on both places. Both are different indexing, and 99% journal are same in case of science.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anyone?
So I think that's I will move for the second session.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Mr. Harendra
Such
Singh.
information.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Sir, you have explained how to write the research paper, stepwise writing, citation criteria and methodologies. Also the precautions while writing the research publishing journals, H-index and I-10 index. You have explained very knowledgeable session, sir. Also, you have explained the use of UGC care listed journals with their types and according to the subject faculties. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Harendra,
thank you very
for
much.
accepting.
Thank you, sir. Ravi, sir. Thank you.
After such knowledgeable session, you must be eager to gain more and more knowledge, enrichment in the field of research. So for introduce our second resource person, I would like to call Dr. S.S. Patil, sir, Vice Principal and Head of the Department of Botany, Sharat Chandra Arts, Commerce, Science College, Naigaon, to give an introduction for such intellectual personality to us. Dr. Patil, sir.
Thank you, Pankaj ma'am. Good afternoon, one and all. Very warm welcome to this one-day online national seminar on research methodology in science is jointly organized by Sharat Chandra Arts, Commerce and Science College, Naigaon, Shikshan Maharshi Guruvarya R.G. Shinde Mahavidyalaya, Paranda, and Sri Mathura Das Mohta College of Science, Nagpur. I am Dr. S.S. Patil, Head Department of Botany and Horticulture, Sharat Chandra Arts, Commerce and Science College, Naigaon. I am here to give brief introduction of our today's resource person, Dr. Vikas Tukaram Humbe sir. Dr. Humbe is working as Assistant Professor and Director, School of Technology, Swami Ramanand Tirth Marathoda University, Sub-Campus, Latur. Dr. Humbe has more than 14 years of teaching as well as 17 years of research experience. 3 PhD scholars have been completed their PhD degree and 3 are presently working, whereas 8 students are completed their MPhil degree and 1 is working under his supervision. He published more than 50 research articles in national and international conferences, also published various important books. Sir organized national workshop, national and international conferences. Dr. Humbe is placed on various important apex level committees of other universities such as BOS member of Solapur, Gulbarga University, Rajarshi Shahu College, Latur, which is autonomous. Also, he got Erasmus Mundus Fellowship 2 times from European Union. He is fellow of IAET, life member of ISCA, member of IEEE, and also reviewer of world-class journals like Springer Verlag, Elsewhere's Pattern Recognition Letter, IJCTE, IJCER, and IEEE Signal Processing Letters. I request Dr. Humbe to enlighten us with your knowledge on research methodology. Thank you very much. Over to Dr. Humbe, sir.
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much for introduction and invitation to discuss the things with the intellectual audience. Actually, our audience is intellectual. Experts are just want to be discuss the things or my experiences with you. I will share my screen and I will start presentation. Is it visible? Screen, PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, already Dr. Harendra Singh has introduced the various things in very simple words, and he has given the flavor of that how this research is useful in our academic and research activities. Now today I am going to share with you that how you can whatever the research you have completed, that research you want to be explored to some platforms, how that research you can explore and how we can discover the research those who have performed by the others. So here I am taking one of the example as a ResearchGate, how to use this ResearchGate account, and then I will discuss about that how these various IDs we can open, that are the unique IDs on Web of Science, Scopus, Vidwan, and ORC ID. How these are useful to keep your own records with the full visibility and exploration to this your research papers. So once you write a research paper, we want to be have more citations, and as sir told that the citations are very important in our research or the academic profile, and everybody wants nowadays your citation should be in Web of Science, your citation should be in Scopus, your citation must be in Google Scholar, and so many indexing agencies are there. So we want our citations to be there, and that should be continuously improve that citations. So for that purpose, we need to explore or share our research to the community, those who can take a reference of your research, and they can put your work as a citation and acknowledgement to your work. So for that purpose, in simple way, we can use the ResearchGate account, because we want to be reach to a specific domain. So suppose, for example, somebody is working in botany, and you want to create a group of the botany. In the botany also you can go for the some specialization, and in that specialization you want to have an academic group at national and international level. So that we can do by using the ResearchGate. So this is not a lecture, we will discuss the things, and I also mentioned that I am not an expert, so I am along with you, I am like you. So all questions, remarks and contradictions are welcome. So what exactly the ResearchGate is? ResearchGate is like a portal that we are using like a Facebook. So it is a portal that we can have the professional network, not a social network. Here we have the professional networks. In social network there are plenty you friends, you have plenty followers are there, but those are related or not related doesn't matter. But here it is a network that is related with your profession. So this is the professional network of scientists and researchers. Over the 15 million members from overall the world nowadays use it to share, discover and discuss research. So we are guided by our mission to conduct the world of science and make the research open to all. Ultimately, we want to share our research to the entire community. So how can you open the ResearchGate account? To open the ResearchGate account, you required initially the institutional email ID, and then we can log in by using the Facebook, LinkedIn account. You can open account as an academic or student, corporate, government and NGOs, medicals, or not a researcher. So these are the categories of the account to be open on ResearchGate. So once you fill your institute name and the department, it will add your institute in the database, and then you have to write your name, email address and password. This is only the simple thing they are going to be asked to you. And once you fill this, it will ask you that did someone recommended to join this ResearchGate. You have to answer the either question. This is very important while doing the filling the profile. So at this time it will ask you that what is your discipline. So while selecting discipline, you must select the appropriate discipline, because on the basis of the selection of this discipline, only they are going to add the people in your network. So this is very important. So I have selected here the computer science, and within that computer science we have the some sub disciplines. So we have to select some sub disciplines. So for example, I have selected here artificial intelligence, data mining, and algorithms, and based on that they are going to be make a network. So once you will get the mail, after that you have to confirm that the registration is over. Once you confirm through the email, the registration will be over. And once the registration will be over, here it will show you the persons, those who are relevant researchers. So in your field. So suppose I have selected computer science and artificial intelligence. Now it will show me the list of the people, those who are working in computer science, that researcher, when the paper they are going to be published, and immediately I will get the notification of the researcher. So directly I will open the website of ResearchGate. So once you search it in ResearchGate on Google, it will show you the page. So researchgate.net is the URL. Now is this page is visible to you, web page? Is this web page is visible to you?
Yes.
Okay. So here once you log in, you will get this home screen, and this is the home screen, and they are going to suggest here this is the suggested research from your extended network. So already I have network. Now this is the if you want to be extend. So here the similar work, where the similar work type of work is going to be published, that will show to the me in my home page account. So now he suggested that this is the one of the paper which is maybe useful to me. So that notifications they are going to show you on your ResearchGate home page. So once you log in, you go to your profile. Okay, so once you have logged into your profile, it will show you that your name and the whatever information you have filled at while doing the registration. After registration, you can add or you can edit the information. Here there is one option, that is the skills. So whatever the sub fields you have for your research, that fields you can add in the as a skill. Okay, so you can add here your short resume, contact information, and all these things you can add over here. Okay, in your profile. Now in your profile we have the list of the research papers recently published. Okay, so this I will explain later. Then you have at this right side 37 of your research items are missing for full text. So view items. So this data will come automatically. Okay, once you publish the paper in suppose in elsewhere, so it will ask you to add these text. So suppose this is one of the paper, suppose that is showing that I am the co-author with this particular paper, and I haven't added this paper in my profile. So I can add this paper in my profile. So just add full text publicly. So I will add this paper in my profile. So initially it was there 30, 80, 30, 70 papers. Like that, I can add this into my profile. So that things we can have in this dashboard. Again, it will show you some cited people. Those are the co-author with you. So these are the some of the co-authors. If you click view all, so that list you will get it. Some people with similar skill, that list also you will get over at this right side. Okay. And top co-authors. The top co-authors means how maximum papers I have written as a co-author with with my colleagues. So that will be showing over here. Also, it will show that these are the my students, and that data is showing as a lab. It means that individual computer lab, how many people are working over there. So group of the people in a same organization is being shown over here. So this is all the information is being displayed at your profile page. In this profile page also you will get the research score. So we will discuss in next tab what exactly the research score is there in statistics tab. Here we have the citations. So total citations are showing over here. So 250 is the total citations, and it will show you that H index. As you know that what exactly the citations are H index. So here second tab or second option is research. Here this tab is very important tab, because whatever the information you have with you, that information, if you want to make it public, that information is available. That information you have to be put in this research tab. Now in this research tab, and some number is given over here. So research 70 number is being provided over here. So whatever the research item, this 70 represents that the research items. Now once you click on this research tab, you will get that first folder is there, that is the project, and second folder is there, research items. In research item we have the option. Okay, so all documents are 70. Out of that, out of 70, articles are 32, one is book, chapters are 22, conference papers are 10, some data sheets are there, research notes are there, presentations you can put over here. Then also you have the poster and preprint. And apart from that, how many of these 70 documents have the full text? So full text, we have the 26 documents, we have those who have the full text. Moreover, as it is, as I have mentioned you that this ResearchGate is not only used to share and discover the research, also you can discuss the research. So to discuss the research, you may raise the question, and the people from the same group or like group may answer to your question, or may have the debate on that particular question or the issue. So that can also we do on this particular forum. So here file visibility, if you want to upload, download, this option is there. So we will upload some document also. I will show you how to upload the document on ResearchGate. So here you can add a preprint to your profile. So if you have some paper, those who have been already accepted, and that preprint before publishing, we call it as a preprint. And if it is accepted but it is not till published, to be share that to the community or research community, you can share that as an preprint. So add preprint. So that can also you add the research paper over here. So all the research items which you have been added over here is being displayed on this research tab. So suppose for example I will open one of that. Suppose this is full text is available of this paper. So I will open it. So this is the one of the paper which is directly added by the ResearchGate. So how directly the ResearchGate adding this particular kind of the paper? See, ResearchGate is looking for the publication which we do, and it will confirm the authorship, that are you the author of this paper. Once you confirm the authorship, it will get available on the ResearchGate also. So how this is being happening? Because this is the one of the paper which we have published in Elsewhere's Journal of South King University, Computer and Information Sciences. Here we have this DOI. DOI is very document of identifier. So here in DOI, on the basis of this DOI, this paper is being identified, and if it is having the full text in free, so that full text you will get over here once you click over there. Click on this get full text. Okay. Now see, this is the paper. This is where the details of the journal and date which it is published. The document of identifier is there to identify this particular document. It is free. The license is being provided. These are the co-authors. So see, if your co-author is already the member of ResearchGate, it will show you the details of that co-author. Okay. So this is one of the associate professor who is our co-author. So see, you will get all details of this paper because this paper is free. So abstract and figures are going to share over here, and the free paper PDF link is provided over here. Okay. So this is the overview. Now if you want to see the stat of this paper, statistics of this paper, so this is the paper. The total citations are three citations are given to this paper, and the research score is 4.8. This research interest score is being calculated on the basis of citations, recommendations and reads. So here we have the 20% for the citations, the statistics it is being showing, 26% for the recommendations. So suppose I see this paper and I want to recommend this paper to someone, so that I can recommend this particular paper to others. This paper is available in full text form. That's why the 25% is given to given to this document, and 28% is given to reads. So how many reads are there? So the downloading information is provided over here. Now this is the list of the people they are going to be shared. The researchers who cited, the researcher who cited this work, who has cited this particular work. So this is the one of the author A. Abdo, who has been used this paper as a reference paper in their research work. These are the people those who have recommended this work. So you will get the list of these people, so those who have recommended. So here the 5 was the figure. So you will get all these names of these persons, those who have recommended this work. Then who has read your paper, that information you will get over here. The researchers who read this work. Okay, and finally you will get the statistical information that representing that your citations, your recommendation, full text read. In December, in January, how many people they have read this particular paper. Okay. So this information, if you want to show this graph yearly, so you will get this graph yearly also. So you can identify that in that particular month they are going to be read this particular paper. So here the peak is high. So this is the research interest score is getting updated because this paper is published in 2022. Okay, so this is the information is being shown to a particular document. If you want to get the full text, you just click on this full text. The paper is going to be download as an PDF. If you, here we have the comments, citations, those who have given the citations, here you will get the citations. So this is the three citations where they have used this particular paper. Okay, and if those who have cited, if you want to check, you will also get the full text of there. So this is one of my student who has used this. So this might be the self citation. You are the author and you are using your paper as a reference to the another paper. So that will be treated as a self citation. If you want to share this, you can share this paper on Twitter and you can share this paper as a message to other authors. So if you want to save this in the list, you can save, download. Okay. So this in here, in short, you will get all the statistics about this particular article. So you can see all the details of your single article with its citations. Who has cited this, who has read this, that all the information is being visible over here for a particular research document. Okay, so those who do not have the full text, so suppose this is the one of the paper which is published in conference. So here we do not have the full citations because sometimes we have the copyright issue and that paper we cannot keep as an publicly available paper, that we have to keep it as a copyrighted. That's why that paper we cannot share. So here though that document is having the document of index, okay, still that paper we cannot make available publicly. If you want to be add public full text, you can click over here. It will open you that, and that you can add that particular paper. So I will just add some document. So I will add, consider that this is that article. It is going to be add over here. Now once you are going to add, it will ask you the three options. Add both a public and private file. That will be easily downloadable to anyone. Add only public file. So upload a picture public file which everyone can access and read. Okay. So add and public, add both public and private file, that will be access to have a private copy of the same file as a backup, which only you and your co-authors. If you choose the option, add both public and private, so that file will be accessible to you and your co-authors. Add only private mode, that will be save a file as a backup which only you and your co-authors can access. So nobody can get that particular file. So if you want to add this option, you can add this option. So we have these particular three options. If you want to make completely public, so add publicly. If you want to have the access to everyone and your co-author should get access to that, so this will be the private to the co-authors. And once you choose this, so I will select the first one option, or I can make it public, okay, and I upload it. So here the one more full text is available over here. So going to the upload. Okay. So that. Full text, it is going to loading. It is loading full text file. First time it will take some time. Once it is added in that database, then that will come. Now see, so here we have the full text available. This is the, it is loading the PDF. Okay, this is the one of the file which I have uploaded. It will show you in the full text format. And if you want to remove it, that also if you added it, and if you want to remove it, that can also you do. I want to be continue. I want to remove the full text from the page or make it private. So if I want to remove it, I can remove it. And if you want to make it private, that will be accessible to you and your co-author. So I have removed it. So now the full text option is not there. Okay. So when I uploaded, the full text option was there. Now I have deleted that particular file, removed that particular file. So it will start showing that this is the full text file. So if you want to make your whatever the papers are there, sometimes we have the good research papers, those who have published in some local conferences, but they didn't make it online version, and that's why we are not getting the citations. So it is better way to get upload that kind of the papers publicly and share your research to the other community. And if you share your research, you will get the good kind of the citation improvement. There will be a certain improvement in the citations. So that is an important, and ultimately it will improve your H index. Okay. So this is how we have seen that. I have shown you that how we can add with this existing. Now I will show you that how you can add a paper or a book chapter or conference paper to this particular platform. So here we have the option that is the add research. So once you click on this add research, it will ask you that with various options. So it will ask you that is it published research? Is it preprint, that is the draft or the paper before peer review? conference paper, presentation, poster, data sheets. Then you have the other, here we have the some methods, codes, proposals, and project. Okay, so suppose we will go with research. So research paper, research publication. Now in this research publication, now it is going to be asked you that is it article, is it book chapter, is it code, is it conference paper, cover page, data, experimental findings, methods, and all these things. So here type document, it will ask you to if you want to add a file, you can add, otherwise you can skip it. I will skip here. Later on you can also add the file. Now here we have selected the publication type as a conference paper. You may change here also the article, presentation, chapter, book chapter, all these options are over here. Thesis, research proposal, technical report. You can select the type of the publication.